try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Down goes the Reem. Stipe back to his feet, eats another uppercut. Nice counter right from the
129,161 units of force, the equivalent of 96 horsepower, the hardest recorded punch in human history.
So amazing results today. Francis demonstrated a punching power just over 129,000 units. This is the highest recording ever, not only here in the Performance Institute, but around the world.
This is Francis Ngannou, the Predator, a man who turned poverty into power, obscurity into dominance. He conquered the UFC, became heavyweight champion of the world, the most feared man on the planet. But when he stepped into the boxing ring, everything changed. This is the rise and fall of the Predator.
In Paris, as they bring in guys.
Oh! Ngannou knocks Arlovsky down. That is it. The Predator, Francis Ngannou.
Off the clinch. Hamilton's looking to go for a high crotch here. Just rips him, throws him to the ground, gives his base here, puts his knee on the belly, and says, "You're going to stick this behind your back." Anthony Hamilton is not a weak man, but wow. Oh, nice left hook. Yeah, he's bloodied up too. Enrique bloodied up. Uppercut. Wow. Knockout. Vicious uppercut. Look at this right hand, sneaks through, catches him on the tempo, had him hurt, and a barrage. Look at this left uppercut. That's the end of the fight right there. He landed one more shot afterwards, but he was completely out. He landed that one on the neck, actually.
You know, you don't see a lot of 4 to 5 piece combinations from big heavyweights. That's what made the difference in this fight.
Uppercut. That's it. That's it. Wow. Knockout. Vicious uppercut. Wow. Ending combination. Look at this right hand. Sneaks through, catches him on the tempo, had him hurt, and a barrage. Look at this left uppercut. That's the end of the fight right there. He landed one more shot afterwards, but he was completely out. He landed that one on the neck afterwards.
You don't see a lot of 4 to 5 piece combinations from big heavyweights. That's what made the difference in this fight.
Been made of Velasquez's injuries, but in terms of his body, he's never felt more confident in it. Oh, he got Velasquez's hurt. Ngannou closes the show.
Oh my
Just
goodness
like that, Francis
gracious.
Ngannou has knocked out Cain Velasquez.
1-2 down the middle. Boom. And we see Watch King's knee. It just gives out. Ooh, right there. Just gave out. Just slipped, gave out, and then started eating some huge punches. I mean, that's all it takes. It was the first 1-2 that did the trick, and then the big heavy Ngannou right here lifting up.
Batié, Cameroon, 1986. Francis Ngannou is born into a world where survival isn't guaranteed. His father abandons the family. His mother struggles to feed her children. At 12 years old, Francis is working in sand mines. 12-hour days under the scorching sun. His hands bleed. His back breaks. But his spirit, unbreakable. At 22, Francis discovers boxing. Finally, a way to channel his rage, his pain, his desperate hunger for something more. Francis makes the dangerous journey to Europe, sleeping on the streets of Paris, homeless, hungry, but training every single day. When his boxing gym closes, Francis discovers MMA, mixed martial arts, where his raw power could be unleashed without limits. Francis Ngannou steps into the UFC octagon for the first time. Nobody knows his name. Nobody expects what's coming. But the Predator is about to announce himself to the world. December 2017, UFC 218. Francis faces Alistair Overeem, a legend with 47 professional fights. Francis has just 11. The experts give him no chance.
I mean, just perfect on the chin. And shut him completely off with one shot. That's how scary Francis Ngannou is. I mean, that's like a scene in a movie.
One uppercut, one moment. Overeem crumbles like a demolished building. The MMA world stops breathing. Scientists measure Francis's punch. 129,161 units of force. More powerful than a sledgehammer. More devastating than a car crash. Curtis Blades, Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos. One by one, legends fall to the Predator's power. 4 knockouts in a row. The heavyweight division trembles. January 2018. Francis gets his shot at Stipe Miocic and the UFC heavyweight title. The entire world expects a coronation.
Stipe back to his feet, eats another uppercut. Nice counter right from the chest. Finally called himself.
All the lessons from the first fight and came back brilliantly in the second fight. He dropped him with a jab, stepping jab.
with the lead hand.
Yeah, and then swarmed on him, had him in big trouble, hit him with that uppercut, and look at that, Stipe fired back.
That was the worst
And
thing
there
that
it
could
is.
have happened for
Boom.
Stipe, Joe. That was the worst thing that could have happened for
Yeah.
Stipe. Stipe landed and thought he hurt him back. When he lands his power jab up the middle, he drops Miocic. When they're throwing here, Miocic feels like he hurts him, so then he goes, okay, I can go. Look at this short left hook that just drops.
Side leg kick is there for Biggie Boy. Oh!
It's over.
Rosen's strike is out!
Look at Francis' chin. Just look at his chin. Look at Francis' chin. I mean, his chin's way up in the air. He's controlling. Boom! It's over. He's just trying to connect because he understands. He understands that if he hits you, you're done.
He just puts you in a firefight that you can't win. He's got a bazooka and you just have a gun.
I mean, look at that. This guy's just, his chin's all up in the air, and he's just like, I'm going to hit him. And when he does, Biggie Boy goes out.
I'm like tense. Oh my God! This is so nerve-wracking. Take a look. He swings, overswings, and gets clipped with that right hand, and then boom, right on the chin, over the top, and doesn't see it coming. And then Ngannou just laying down some hammer fists, and now big shots from the top. And Ngannou just covers up.
I think Judy is trying to match him for power, so therefore he threw everything he had. And when it didn't find the mark, he lost balance, he overcommitted.
Second most in heavyweight history. But he told me that Curtis Blades says, all I need to do is get my opponents to
Over
raise
the
their
top with
fist.
the right hand! Does Blades recover? He's still one behind his feet. Mark Goddard's taking a closer look. Ngannou's powering in. Oh, this is
There it
bad
is.
news.
That's
What?
it! Francis Ngannou wins in Beijing, double quick.
So Francis Ngannou hands down, waiting for Curtis Blades to step in. Boom, over the top, right on the side of the head. Blades' legs are gone. Ngannou steps in to look for an opportunity, and Blades is in on a single leg. Here we go again. Bang, over the top. Legs are gone immediately. As soon as they rock forward on their knees and land on their face, they're going to really struggle to get their equilibrium back. And Blades is reaching here, hands on the floor, not looking at his opponent, taking big shots from Francis Ngannou. That was a good stoppage from Mark Goddard. I know Blades was up on his feet straight away, but there was no defense to those shots that he was taking.
Nganou's been here and been successful.
As you mentioned, well-trained, very versatile fighter though, Mihailovic. He's getting chased down. Big hammer fist. This could end.
Nganou's all over him. He needs to
Dude,
be
right up top.
that's it.
And it's all over. Just like that.
He catches him here to the body. So it looks like he went down in attempting a takedown. These aren't clean shots that landed yet. And Mihailovic gets hit there, and boom, he gets hit hard there. And he covers up after that one hard shot, and Nganou's bombing on him here.
Francis Ngannou walks away from the UFC, leaves his heavyweight title behind. The MMA world is shocked, but Francis has a new dream: boxing, the sweet science, where legends like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson made their fortunes. October 2023, the impossible becomes reality. Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury, MMA's hardest hitter against boxing's heavyweight king. Francis trains like never before, learning the sweet science, adapting his devastating power to boxing's intricate rules.
Expect him just to feel him out with the jab and just box at distance and have a look at his opponent. And Ngannou called Ngannou there for the good shot. I think expected him to come forward, just staying on the outside, waiting for Ngannou to try and close that gap down. It hasn't really happened yet, but that's better from Fury. Predictive to it as we look at some of the action from the first round. There is that long overhand right from Fury that we talked about, Richie. Responding with a punch to the body. Now, Fury doesn't want to be in the corner like that, because if he does that, this might just be the punch that caused it, Richie. Let's have a look here. That might be the shot. Yeah, I think you're right. Fletch there. Straight away, he goes for the forehead, just dabs it. A bit of a clash of the heads there as well, so that might have come there. We said there might have been a forehead, just dabs it. A bit of a clash of the heads there as well, so that might have come there. We said there might have been a head clash. It could have come from that. Look at it, Fletch. Fury there trying to land that right hand. It gets caught quite high on the head.
The fight shocks the world. Francis drops Fury in round 3, goes the distance, loses a controversial split decision, but proves he belongs. Overnight, Francis becomes boxing's most wanted man. Promoters line up with offers. The boxing world takes notice. March 2024, Anthony Joshua, two-time heavyweight champion. Francis's chance to prove the Fury fight wasn't a fluke, to show he truly belongs among boxing's elite. Francis enters the ring confident. He's proven himself against Fury. Joshua is older, coming off losses. This should be Francis's moment. Round 1. Francis looks sharp. His jab is crisp. His power is evident. But Joshua is patient, calculating, waiting for his moment. Round 2. Francis presses forward, hunting for the knockout that made him famous. But boxing isn't MMA. Patience beats power. Joshua's right hand finds its mark. Francis crumbles. The predator who once seemed invincible lies motionless on the canvas. The boxing world is stunned. The man who knocked out legends in MMA is knocked out cold in boxing. The transition that seemed so promising ends in devastating fashion.
Let's see if AJ jumps right on him.
Whoa, we got clipped himself there, Joshua.
He did. With a left hook on the top, it's a nice right to the body.
Nearly Andy Ruiz all over again.
He's coming who walks right into it, and you can't do that against Anthony Joshua. Let's see if Anthony Joshua can dispose the MMA champion. It is lights out. Wow. Anthony Joshua.
Biggest shot I have seen live. What a right hand that was. Incredible. And you can see the leg completely buckled.
He knew he was throwing. The first step he took, he knew exactly what he was going to do, Anthony Joshua there. He wasn't having a look. He knew what he was going to do. He just walked up and went crack. And that's why I said he reminded me of Donald Curry knocked him.
2 fights, 2 different outcomes. Against Fury, Francis proved he belonged. Against Joshua, he learned boxing's cruel truth. Power without precision is just potential. Francis Ngannou's story isn't over. The predator who rose from sand mines to championship gold has tasted both triumph and defeat. But legends aren't defined by their falls. They're defined by how they rise. Today, Francis Ngannou stands at a crossroads. Return to MMA where he reigned supreme? Continue in boxing where he's proven he belongs? Or forge a new path entirely? One thing is certain, the predator's hunger remains, his power endures, and his story still being written. Smash that subscribe button if you want to see more incredible fighter journeys. What do you think Francis should do next? Let us know in the comments.